Welcome to this fabulous reading today. Hope everyone's having a great freaking day. Oh, look here. Those are my new Christmas lights. My landlord came into my apartment yesterday and was working on it, and he's like, do you have anything other than Christmas lights, Whitney? I'm like, yeah, the lights above you. Freaking idiot. But if you want to know if my whole apartment has Christmas lights, it does. Fun fact for you. We're going to be bringing in this general message today. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, I'm not quite ready for that yet. Where'd it be? Okay, Jupiter, 7th house, Pisces. Go big or go home. Oh, I haven't had Jupiter for a while. Expansion, growth, Pisces energy. Seventh house. Open enemies. I feel like someone's got to fight some enemies off. Possibly. Give me this Jupiter energy. Go big or go home. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. That's what I literally just heard in my head. You know it's true when I could actually say it without my dyslexia. I'm fucking it up. And look, the sun. That's a good affirmation. Joy and love in relationship, feeling radiant and loved, high energy, enthusiasm at work, completion of projects. Kind of looks like a wine valley, eh? It almost looks like these really beautiful mountains in BC where the wine country is. Where they make all the grapes. Okay. Go big or go home. With the sun? Okay, give me 7th house. Stay focused in limbo. High Priestess in reverse. Page of Swords. The Hermit. And the 5 of Swords. Yeah, see, somebody wants to fight you. Or they're getting catty with you. Someone's getting off track here. Okay, there's a battle going on, and you need to stay focused. With the Hermit, taking a break from love to reflect, gaining self-awareness in relationships, seeking a deeper sense of purpose in your work, shifting focus away from materialism. And see how the Hermit is looking at these two fighting? Okay, and I almost feel like that could be you reflecting on the past of how much you fought with somebody or how much you bickered with somebody, right? How much you couldn't stay focused because this person was really throwing you off. Like it could be a neighbor. It seems like somebody that you're on a different side with, somebody who was on the wrong side, or even if you're supposed to be on the same team, right? Neighbors are supposed to be on the same team. I mean, you're fucking neighbors, right? You can't be fighting like that, but someone's fighting with you. Okay, so that's why I feel like you have to fight back. If they're going to fight you, you got to fight back, unfortunately. Even if you're not one to fight, guess what? Like, okay, so maybe that's why we have the Page of Swords, an intellectually stimulating relationship. Okay, new career opportunities, new ideas for generating income. This could be like the Page of Swords could be your affirmation that you're figuring your way out, like you've grown out of it, like you can use your words now, because this is also people that can't use their words properly, that can't communicate, right? So once you hermit yourself, right, gain a new perspective on something, when you come back to the situation, you're going to realize that you're still dealing with the same person, but now your perspective has changed on it, as opposed to wanting to defeat them or yell at them or argue with them. You now find a different way to deal with something. And that's usually being the bigger person. Right? Because if somebody won't talk to you, if like you're just used to arguing with somebody, if they won't speak to you properly, I feel like you're going to gain new perspective on how to communicate with them, but they're still really not going to get it. And that's why, even if you are a little bit more intellectually inclined than this person and possibly a little bit smarter than this person, they're going to try to pull some fast ones on you. So that's why maybe the whole stay focused is there. Don't try not to fall back into the past. I mean, if this person was a nightmare in the past, they're going to be a nightmare in the future. They're always going to be a nightmare. They're always going to be the person that tries to fight you. And I mean, it's a woman coming up against a man. I mean, not saying that, sexism matters here, but sometimes, you get those women sometimes that just run their fucking mouths off so much to men. And it's just like, are you just trying to get punched out? Like, are you trying to like yell at somebody so then somebody will come save you? Right? Ugh. I'm getting a really nasty energy. This could be what this High Priestess is about in reverse. Concealing your true self from your partner. Feeling disconnected. Lacking crucial information on projects. Ignoring your gut feelings. Incomplete information. So obviously, as somebody has been in hermit energy, your gut now. You know what I realized? A lot of cops use their gut. They use their intuition. It's kind of sort of something that you don't really hear them talk about too often, but cops use their instincts. They use their intuition. And if they do, they become the best cops. And what they don't really explain with that intuition is that they're opening up their third eye. That gut feeling, that gut reaction that you're going to throw up if you come up to something because you know deep inside that something's wrong, right? The more you go with your gut, I feel like the smarter you're going to get with this. Okay. Like if your gut always told you something was wrong with this neighbor, something is wrong with this neighbor. Okay. It's not that they want you fighting with people. It's not, Spirit doesn't want you out there raging with people. They want you to notice that, hey, that little white picket fence over there, that bitch is psycho. Okay. Yes, she might look like this. She might look like that, but stay the fuck away from her. She'll do something because she plays dirty. Okay. I feel like this bitch is playing dirty. And that's why this hermit has to stay focused. Okay. It's almost like, continue to gain that outside perspective on something while looking in, because don't try to gain your perspective when you're on the inside, because you're really not going to gain the knowledge that you need, which is possibly the High Priestess in reverse. Like somebody is hiding their true self from you. You don't know their intentions. They have hidden intentions. Okay. And whatever information that they're keeping from you is crucial information to the case. And the fact that they're not giving it to you just goes to show how much this person is not willing to play fair. They're going to play dirty. Okay. And they're expecting you to do the same thing because that's what you used to do. But now maybe that's why Libra's here. Justice is here. Obviously the High Priestess showed up basically with the High Priestess and the moon energy with Pisces, hidden intention. But with the seventh house, I'm thinking like, is this somebody you married? Is this somebody you have a contract with? Or is the contract the house and this is the neighbor? Okay, because it's general, I don't really know who these people are that are fighting. I don't know which one you are in this, but the main thing is to gain a higher perspective on it. Don't play messy or dirty. Gain more intellect. Get more information so you can really defeat this person. Like if this neighbor is trying to come at you, then like look at some laws of the city to see if they're busting some shit. If you know, I know that you don't want to be a narc. I can hear it. Someone's like, I don't want to be a narc. I'm not a narc. I don't go telling on people. Yeah, but if this person's trying to tell on you and shut your shit down, then why wouldn't you try to at least, I mean, if the only way that you can defend yourself is to counter attack, then that's what you got to do. Sometimes these people have to learn, okay? And they're not going to learn until you hit them back. Okay, and like my father did that way back in the day. I used to bite my sister, and I bit her, and he bit me so bad. What up, Axel? He bit me back so bad. I think, Grayson, you've been here too. And I never bit my sister again. He didn't draw blood or anything, but I can still, my little 3-year-old eyes, I can still see my father biting my hand after I bit my sister, and I never bit her again. Okay, the Lovers. Balance, loving, supportive relationship, decisions regarding love, collaboration, possible romance, career choices. Okay, so we're going to read it in reverse because it came in limbo. And listen to this. A cold, distant partner, imbalance in a relationship, workplace, romance leading to complications, impulsive financial decisions, lack of responsibility with money. So it's possible that your neighbor, now I'm getting like the Mist. You know, in the beginning of the Mist, the storm happens and the neighbor's tree falls on Buddy's boathouse, and the guy's like, oh, my insurance guy's really gonna love me. And he was like, well, you know, like I fucking told the guy to cut that tree down. I don't know how many times. He didn't want to cut it down. So now we have to go through insurance. Like imagine if you didn't have insurance, or imagine you just let this neighbor's fucking tree destroy your boathouse and you just, you know, spit shake and go like, okay, you just pay me back whenever you want. He's not going to pay you back. Okay, so if this is somebody that's like, I'm like, that described, thank you, universe, that was a really good analogy on somebody's asshole neighbor, okay, and then the universe coming in, okay, and setting the record straight. And that's what you want to act like a child and you don't want to fix your problems with people. You have to be really careful, because then the universe is going to step in. And you know how the universe steps in. Cops, subpoena to court, okay, lawyers. That's how the universe starts fucking around if you guys can't talk properly. Okay, so there's definitely somebody, and I'm just saying, you know, this is just from the world, okay? Just remember, I mean, if you can't speak to somebody properly, then there's a very good chance a lawyer's going to end up calling you, okay? Because, I mean, that could be I like that this is Jupiter energy, because the go big or go home, if this is your life, you have to go big or go home, because if you don't show up for yourself, if you don't do this, you're going to get fucking walked all over. You're going to get fucking flattened. And I really don't think that somebody does, you know, really wants to be flattened. I don't want to be flattened. So, and the Fool's on the bottom of the deck. New financial possibilities and the Tower. Okay, in reverse, making necessary adjustments in your relationship, leaving a fragile relationship behind, navigating layoffs, avoiding risks in your career. See, I really do feel like, oh, look at this. One partner carrying the burden, feeling exhausted at work, struggling to keep up, nearly burnt out. So whatever this is, okay, somebody's almost burnt out, which means somebody doesn't have enough energy to fight back against you. So if you suddenly, like, if this is somebody's business fucking with you, and like, you know how some people work with their businesses, like they'll go and put rats in people's buildings and shit, or they'll fucking put termites all over the ground and then call the exterminator on them and call the city on them and call the health board on them and shit like that. Okay, just know that somebody might play greasy, and that means they might try to take your shit down. And that's why, if you hear from spirit or through the grapevine, hey, remember we were talking about grapevine, remember we were talking about the valley, somebody threw those grapes, okay, you might find out the truth. Hey, by the way, somebody put in a complaint about you, or somebody called the fucking health board on you, or somebody fucking called, you know, the what do we call that, the DMV or something, and said that you didn't have a valid license, or that, you know, they took your tags off your fucking plates or something like that. Like, somebody wants to play greasy, and I think it's that neighbor. That's why I'm like, if Jupiter says go big or go home, it means it, because justice is on your side with the 7th house. Okay, and that also involves contracts. So like this, if this does involve your house or something, I mean, you don't want to get down to like all of a sudden somebody trying to light your fucking place on fire, right? But at the same time, it's like there will come a chance, especially if you have cameras around. Like, if you have a greasy fucking neighbor, put cameras everywhere. Because that's the only way you're going to be able to catch them if they try to do anything. Okay, honestly, like, it sounds stupid, but the cameras have come up on the channel a few times where I saw this. The first thing that came up with the cameras initially was a man who was leaving a woman at home. And I don't know if he had dogs, but he had animals. I think there was children involved too, but the animals were being beaten. And he knew something was wrong, because like, if you know your dogs, like if you have dogs and you know how they act, right? Especially before a relationship. Like if you got a dog before a relationship, you know everything about that dog. If you really love him, you know how he acts when you get home. You know how he acts in the morning. You know how he acts when he has to go to the bathroom. You know how he acts when he's getting agitated. Like, you'll just know your dog. I mean, if you care enough about something, you watch and you pay attention, right? So this guy had dogs, and he was starting to come home. He moved somebody into his house, and he started to come home, and his dogs were acting really weird. And he was like, well, what, like, something happened with the dog? Like, did something happen? Why is it, you know, because the dog was like cradled in the corner and crying and all this shit. It's because she had just beat him. But she was like, I don't know. He's just been sitting over there all day. You know, those people. And it was a woman, right? I don't know. I didn't do anything. I didn't touch the dog, blah, blah, blah. But then it gets worse and worse and worse, till finally he's talking to somebody at work, and the guy goes, fuck it, put up a bunch of cameras. So I don't know if this guy had some type of like nanny cam in one of the rooms, but then he bought nanny cams, put them all around the house. And this chick was fucking beating his dog so bad while he was at work. So that was the first time the cameras came in, because, like, I mean, this channel's been around for over 3 years, right? So there's been a lot of messages, especially like domestic messages and spouses going crazy, but they're going crazy when people aren't home. And they're doing things behind closed doors and in the bedroom, and they're completely manipulating. And that's why people have fucking cameras in their bedroom. Like, I personally, oh my God, I think it was Yellow Wolf. I was watching one of Yellow Wolf's videos, and he showed this picture of his bedroom, and he had like 9 computers in front of his bed. And I thought, oh my God, there's 9 cameras just staring at that guy fuck whoever he wants every night. Really? Like, you have that many cameras just pointed at your bed? Oh my God, he probably doesn't even realize it. Probably doesn't even realize. Like, I even cover, like, if you notice at the end of the video, I go to cover the camera. And I always cover the camera with a little piece of tape. I learned that from this movie called Snowden, which is this guy named Edward who worked for the CIA, and he uncovered that the CIA, it's a known fact, goes into your cameras. And whether or not you care, I mean, it's just, I just don't, I mean, I stare at my phone, like, I got double chins, and I just don't want people looking at my shit. I mean, I get changed in front of my phone. I just cover that up. Okay, I cover up the camera, whatever. Call me paranoid. usually what collective gets called is paranoid, right? So I don't really care. Paranoid doesn't bother me anymore. Fine, call me fucking paranoid. I'm not paranoid, but go ahead, whatever. And cover up your shit. But in this case, because I almost feel like you got to probably cover them up when you're at home and like cover them up so then like they don't see. But I do definitely feel like if your neighbors are fucking around, I mean, like there's trail cams now, like you can't even see them. Okay, for fuck's sake. But cameras all through your trees, all through your shit, and anybody tries to illegally dump on your property or send somebody or you know put something in your yard, especially right, release something on or I don't know what neighbors do, especially with redneck neighbors. Like I traveled the States, and I was just like randomly sitting on a road in California, just minding my own business. And this man came to my window with a gun and he goes, because obviously he saw my Canadian plates and he was like, ma'am, you can't just sit here. And I'm like, says fucking who? I'm in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Why do you say I can't be here? And he's like, Jimmy over there, he just carries a Winchester 49 on his back everywhere and he'll just come up and blow a hole in the back of your vehicle. Like, I was basically right where they filmed Murder Mountain. I don't know if you've ever seen that documentary, but it's a documentary about growing weed in California. And that's where I was. I was exactly there. I didn't watch the documentary until after. Obviously, it was probably being filmed while I was there. And I got so scared, I never parked my car on the side of the road in America ever again. I got the fuck out of America. And I'm like, honestly, I would stay because I love your gun rules. I ain't even gonna lie. America has the best gun rules in the entire fucking world. Canada up here, bunch of pussies. Okay, we're allowed to use BB guns. That's what we're allowed. Because, everyone thinks Canadian, you guys are so nice. Your government's so nice. Yeah, okay. Our government's awful. And nobody's nice, okay? They're just got chemtrails in their head and they think that they're delusional, but that's about it. But it ain't great up here in old Canada, eh? Really isn't. Stupid. Gotta love America and guns. I just have to say that. Everybody, all my Americans, wherever you are, I mean, in Canada, we just get hunting rifles. Which that'll put some hair on your ass getting shot with a buckshot. Woo! Take a shot with a buckshot, shots on the shot, then I'm moving slow. Just give me uno momento before I start this next reading. I need to smoke a little bit of weed. Now I'm talking about Murder Mountain. Man, that's such a good documentary, too. If you guys haven't watched Murder Mountain, I don't think it's around. Oh, my God. Yeah, weed's been legal in Canada for a few years. It used to be just medical licenses for a long time. But BC's been licensed for probably 10 years now. Alberta was next. And then Ontario has recently... Ontario, you're allowed to grow 5 plants. Actually, I think every resident, every house is allowed 5 marijuana plants at a time. We are kind of weird up here, I'm not going to lie, with the marijuana. I don't know where all of a sudden the marijuana came from, but gotta fucking love it. I'm so high now. Woo! There we go. All right. This stuff is like a body high because all you guys know I have scoliosis and fibromyalgia and I have Crohn's disease. So like your girl is hurting over here. So a little bit of weed. I don't take any pills either. What's my favorite weed? Oh, now you're just making me blush. I don't know. I am really a sativa whore. I love a good sativa because I love getting high and like going on adventures. I like going on a hike or like going swimming or just going and sitting to do nothing. I really like sativas, but like a certain strain, no, I couldn't tell you. Strains always, oh yeah, see, I knew you were gonna ask strains. Strains change. I can't tell you a good weed. This stuff is a brand called Pepe, P-A-P-E. No, P-E-P-E, Pepe. Yeah, Pepe. And it's good. It cost me $82 for an ounce. Taxes in. Like, Canada weed is cheap. I gotta give it that. American weed, oh my God. It's like dealer prices. Ah! Eileen, when you're spiritually awoken, being high is like the most connected. I feel like I can talk to God right now. I'm so high. It's not like liquor. Maybe you don't smoke weed, but high is like being high is such a different experience. It's not like being drunk, right? You're not like, well, sometimes you are. I don't know, but I smoke weed that goes into my body more. You know, I get more of a body high with it. And then I'm like, yeah, you know, it doesn't last long. It lasts like, if you're lucky, a half an hour, you know, and then it's pretty much done and you got to start all over again. But it is good. I don't drink. I don't do any drugs. So smoking weed is like, I don't even get to have baths right now. I don't have a bathtub. I have a shower. It's bullshit. So usually that helps my pain, like my back pain. I can have a bath, you know? So I can't even have a fucking bath. So like, yeah, I get high. And I also make my own weed butter. So I made a lot of brownies last week. So then that helps with my pain. And like my fibromyalgia really is like the pain in the ass thing that really annoys me because it's just pain all the time. So I'll have like a brownie, but like, again, it's not a drunk feeling. It's like a nostalgic feeling. I don't know. It's weird. Can one be high under other substances beside weed and still be, oh yeah, mushrooms. Oh my God, mushrooms? If I got high on mushrooms and read tarot cards, it would probably be the clearest, most legit readings you ever got into your life. Like mushrooms, they'll open up your third eye and beyond. And like, that's just, you can just microdose with that shit. You don't even have to get high. And it's no chemicals involved. It's all green. Greenpeace. BC has the greatest shrooms in the world. I opened up my third eye on BC mushrooms and then spent time in BC and opened up my third eye because that, like, I don't know if it's the land, if it's the mountains, but there's like a different communication there. And actually, Mount Shasta in California, I did some serious ayahuasca third eye opening shit. And there was this entity that was around when I was in the woods. And it made me laugh until I almost thought I was going to die. Like, that's one thing. Mushrooms will make you laugh so hard that you think you're going to die. One mushroom trip, I laughed for 5 hours straight. I got a 6-pack the next day. Honestly, like I had full blown 6-pack on my ribs because I had laughed and sweated out so much shit. Because that's the thing is like, even weed, you can use it as such an herbal cleansing. Right? Because like that's what ayahuasca is. Ayahuasca is a type of mushroom, right? So edible mushrooms, like it can transform your mind. Like it can take you from like complete psychosis to like, oh my God, what have I been doing with my whole life and why am I here? Like mushrooms has the ability to completely expand your entire life, almost to the point where you don't know why you're alive anymore. Because once you mushroom trip, you want to be in that world for the rest of your life. Because it's the most legit place you can possibly be. So I can't handle mushrooms anymore. I shouldn't say that. I haven't done them for a long time. But it is a very intense. Like you can barf. I've barfed on them multiple times. Oh my God, the highest one I got mushroom tea. I took all this end of this ounce of mushrooms, all this powder at the bottom, and made tea. Oh my God. I saw faces in the sky. It was insane. Like oh my God, like awakening. And like, you will stop drinking alcohol. That's one thing too. Like, you will purge yourself of alcohol. You'll purge yourself of nasty processed food. Like, mushrooms will change your life. It's huge. I moved to BC and I was so nervous about it. I microdosed with these mushrooms, which is, again, like, you just take this tiny little piece. You don't even feel it. And even on that, I was like, I can take on the world. I can do anything. I am here and I am going to become president. Like, it's not really what people think it is. I mean, if they think it's some wild acid trip, it's actually nothing like it. It's very, like, it'll change your life in a very good way. What up, Steve? Okay, now that we're done talking about drugs and psychedelics, let's do one reading. I want to do this deck for some reason. They're kind of calling out to me. This was actually why, you know what? I'm going to put both these decks together. This is the same author. I have both of her decks. I think she has one more deck as well. Athena Noctua. So I'm going to put these together. They wanted me to do this yesterday. I totally forgot. Okay. And take the next message. All right. Take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, don't worry. Thank you for all the hearts. I mean, you don't have to keep hearting. That just seems like it's out of control. Okay. I put both the decks together and only one deck. Okay, but the other deck is on top. Let's see what it says. Get more information. Okay, I'm going to pull two. This is a sign. Okay. What's on the bottom? Step back. Okay, people, this is going to be a sign for somebody. Okay, so if somebody was looking for some more information on, like, say you're window shopping right now. I feel like this could be somebody window shopping. Whatever it is you're window shopping, nobody's judging at all, okay? Somebody just wants to know facts on what to happen. So, basically, what Spirit is saying is you might be feeling a connection with somebody, okay? Like possibly an ex, somebody who knows you, like maybe you are window shopping, but like you don't really know what you want. So you're like going through your friends list and like going through possibilities. Okay. Universe now is kind of going to ask you to step back. Okay. They don't want you window shopping any more possibilities. Okay. They want you to step back to allow something to happen now. So I feel like universe has your back. Don't have to worry. Okay, something about divine timing. So allow divine timing. This is in the past present. Okay, in the past position. Okay, so I feel like in the past, something lined up that you never even thought was possible. Okay, so remember that, and I'll always remember this guy. This is my affirmation. Okay. When I get this affirmation, I know that things lined up. So I took this job and I was in a failing relationship. And I always believed that, you know, when they say, your mother would say, like, when you know, like you'll know at first sight, you'll just know. And like, I never knew what she meant by that, but like, because you can take that with so many different, you know, like when you know, like when you know, it doesn't really matter. That's trusting your instincts when you know, right? So I was working at this place and again, dead end relationship, didn't know what I was going to do. I was so depressed. And then this guy came walking into my life and I didn't know what I was looking at. Like, you know, those people where you're just like, I don't know. Like, I was like looking at his legs, looking at his feet, looking at his head, looking at his back, looking at his ass, looking at his chest, looking at his hands. I was like, I don't know what to look at. What the fuck are you? You know those people, okay? Because we're collective and we're a lot alike. We are kind of like lizard people, alien people, right? Whatever you want to call it. We're in a different category. So when we see our kind, it makes us go like, nice, there's another one of me out there, right? That's what that did, because everybody is so plain looking, so boring looking, so jeans and t-shirts and sweaters and jeans and blah, blah, no offense if you wear jeans. That's not the point, but I'm just saying, so many people just look alike. This guy didn't look like anything. He wasn't wearing jeans. He was wearing Dickies, I think, or plaid pants or some shit like that. I was like, who the fuck even wears those? Okay, he was out of this. He's not from this planet. And I know he's not from this planet. I still know he's not from this planet. Okay. And I, look at this. Did you see that card move? I needed to get some more information. So he showed up with a chick too. And so right away I was like, who the fuck is that, to all my bartenders? And they're like, oh, that's blah, 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 blah. Everybody knows everybody in towns, right? So like I was the outsider. I wasn't from that town, so I didn't know. Oh, that's blah, 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 blah. And like one girl was like, I'm dating his brother. And I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So he's going to be back again, obviously. He came back without the chick on his arm, and we dated for years. Okay. Sometimes, and like, honestly, I got hung up on him for a long time, like almost 10 years after we broke up, because I still thought like there's still nobody, I still have never found anybody that looks like him, anybody that talks like him, anybody that dresses like him. I've still never found another him. Not like he's some person or something, but it's like finding another Yellow Wolf. Like you just don't really find them. Like he's, not that he dresses that way or anything, but I'm just saying Yellow Wolf is very unique. Okay, he has his own style, and that makes him who he is. When people have their own style and they own it, right? You walk up to them and it's like, who the fuck are you? Because it's not the way that everybody else is who's been told how to look, how to dress. Or if they don't look like this or don't look like that, then they're not going to find love, or no one's ever going to like them because they look so weird. The thing is that when you're authentic, you're probably going to look weird because you're not going to look like anybody else. Why would you want to? You're going to have your own style, even if your style is a fad at the moment. You're still going to rock it the way that you do, right? So it's like whoever's trying to find more information on something, once you cut the cord on, maybe you don't want people to find out that you like somebody, or maybe you don't want somebody to find out that there's a particular job you want or a particular something that you want. Maybe you feel like you're going to get, made fun of or something like that. If you feel like you're going to get judged on something, either don't bring it up with people or heighten your confidence a little bit, because people are going to judge you that don't understand what you're doing. And people are going to judge you who want to do what you're doing, but won't do it. Right. So once you cut the cord on, the Brady Bunch fucking analogy of how you're supposed to do shit, because really everybody does things differently. So the fact that we even have a book on how to do anything is insane, but it allows you to allow this lake to be a do-it-yourself, where there's room to move around, where it doesn't matter if your relationships in the past went this way. This is new, and this is how you're going to do it now, right? It doesn't matter if this is how you see things in the past. This is how you're doing it in the future. Right? It's something about cutting the cord to allow something to manifest without trying to control it. Okay. Or because, once I found out about him, it's not like all I could do was ask about him. He came back in on his own. Right? I didn't go like, oh, can I have his number? Or can I creepy call him? Or can I stalk him somewhere? This was, oh my God, how long ago? I think I was 22 or 23. This was 18 years ago. Like, there wasn't social media. So I couldn't creep him if I tried, or if I even wanted to. I think there was Facebook. Oh man, now I know there was MySpace. There could have been Facebook at the time. But anyways, you know what I mean, right? Like, you have to allow whatever it is, if you want it to manifest, then it's going to be, because the first day that I met him, when he came walking into my life, all 6'2", 170 pounds of him, I don't know what to say, because now I just have his big, beautiful face on my face. What was I going to say about that? Like, when he came walking in, there wasn't really, I wasn't prepared for it. I didn't know that my life was going to change after that day that I met him. Even though I didn't know him, my life changed after that because it gave me this opportunity to say like, okay, well, these guys like him exist. I'd never seen anything like it. So I think I didn't really like I didn't like who I dated because it wasn't a good reflection of me. It was a completely older version of me that I didn't want anymore. I wasn't that person anymore. I was merging into a new person, right? And when you're merging into something or when you're trying to get on the right track with something, the only way that you can really allow to do it is to let the universe set it up, because they're going to set it up for you if that's what you want, right? It's hard to sit there and say like, this is what you want, this is what you want. It's kind of like the universe gets mixed up because I mean, people's personal taste changes. Okay. And like, you could like this style one day and then like this style the next, or you could just be completely plain Jane and like everything or something, right? Someone's going to hit something not really hit you in the face, but it's going to be like, okay, now I have hope, like now I can cut the cord on this. There's not anybody for me. There's not anybody that's going to match my energy. There's no sexual chemistry out there for me, because there is. Love potion number 9. Someone's feeling your shit, or someone's going to be feeling your shit. Okay. Again, whatever it means. Okay. And that's why all you have to do is step back. Karmic relationship, because this kind of seems like learn more about each other. Whatever that is coming in, okay, this is a sign that it's a lot more mature than what it was before. And if a divine timing worked out in the past, then of course it's going to work out in the future. Okay, of course it is. So it's almost like I feel like the cut the cord thing right now is to cut the cord on trying to control something, or trying to think that if you do it this way, if you do it that way, you're going to change the outcome, right? It's really just saying if you're not authentically in your place with divine timing, something is not going to line up for you. Okay, and if you take a step back or you try to control it, right, again, you're going to end up with a karmic relationship as opposed to more of a collective relationship. All right. What's going on with Eileen? Oh, see, I know, right? So, I hope that resonates, people. I mean, try not to let that ruin your life, Eileen, because it could just show you that old Scott was an idiot. There's so many times, because sometimes we get off the wrong path, that we have to have these karmic relationships with these people. And, you most likely sacrificed something. And because you sacrificed something to possibly help him, and then he fucked you over, he's going to get fucked over. He's going to get fucked over. That's the thing, is people who don't trust the universe and don't trust divine timing, they try to take things before it's given to them. Well, that's the thing, right? And like, again, don't want to say, like, it seems so abusive to say, like, well, it made me stronger in the end. Like, yeah, somebody's abuse made you stronger. But that's so sad that it had to take somebody's abuse to make you stronger. But that's why you sacrifice something, which you'll end up on the top end of. It's just, sometimes we get the shit end of that stick. I don't know why. It sucks. It really does. But it teaches us, I guess, in the moment, or in the past, or in the future. I don't know. Anyways, I think we're going to call it at that, 45:11. I think it's going to be a short reading today. I hope it resonates with everybody. Obviously, yeah, it's got some weird energy going on right now. So I think the readings are going to be a little bit scattered. I'm not putting in as much time because of how the energy is right now. So, I hope you guys have your other readers, obviously, as I transition through this next period of my life. And I mean, they're always going to get a video every day, most likely, no matter what. So take care, everybody. All right. Have a wonderful Saturday. And we will see you tomorrow with some pre-recorded, and I'll most likely go live again. And tomorrow, I'll do some questions. Okay, today I just don't really have the energy. I'm kind of tired today. So tomorrow we'll do some Q&A. So that's where you guys get to ask some questions, and I'll use the cards and give you some divine answers. Okay, so if you liked everything, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button so then you'll know when I go live tomorrow for everything. And yeah, I don't know when. Most likely probably around this time again. I think it's going to be early readings again. So yeah, peace out, everybody. I never quite know ahead of time when I'm going to do that. So that's why it's always good to just... Sometimes people don't get the notifications, and that sucks as well. So not really my fault, but yeah. Stay tuned and post it. All right. Peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you when I see you. All right. Thanks, everybody, for coming back, and we'll see you again.